Psychological disorders. General Psychology 2301 W01, October 13, 2023, by Isaac Lara. What is a psychological disorder? Psychological disorders are mostly used to referring what are widely known as mental disorders or psychiatric disorders. Mental disorders are patterns of behavioral or psychological symptoms that impact multiple areas of life. These types of disorders create distress for a person experiencing the symptoms. The ones that are mostly common are depression and anxiety disorders, eating disorders, PTSD, and schizophrenia. Depression and anxiety disorders. Depression and anxiety disorders. Depression is a common psychological disorder and is characterized by a continuous sadness and lack of interest or pleasure in previously rewarding or enjoyable activities. It can also disturb sleep and appetite, accompanied by the inability to carry out daily activities for at least 2 weeks. And anxiety and depression are types of mood disorders, among other things. Depression causes feelings of sadness, helplessness, and reduced energy. Anxiety creates feelings of nervousness, worry, or dread. Although the two conditions are different, you can have both at the same time. Eating disorders. An eating disorder is a serious psychological disorder that affects both your physical and mental health. These conditions include patterns in how you think about food, eating, weight, and shape. And in your eating behaviors, binge eating disorder is the most common eating disorder in the U.S. Symptoms include eating usually large amounts of food in a specific amount of time, such as a 2-hour period. The risk of developing an eating disorder can occur from a wide range of interacting social, biological, and social factors, but increases the heterogeneity of experiences and symptoms that people with eating disorders can experience. However, research has identified factors that can influence the cause to develop an eating disorder. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a psychological disorder. You can develop it after experiencing something that you find traumatic. This can include seeing or hearing about something traumatic. The symptoms of PTSD can start immediately after or after the delay of weeks or months. They usually start within 6 months of a traumatic event. One important detail to note about it is not everyone who has been through trauma will develop PTSD. Many people will have some trauma for a while. They are also normal to a reaction or a traumatic experience. Some people slowly come to terms with what has happened. Their stress symptoms can start to disappear after a few weeks or so. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a mental health condition that can cause teenagers and young adults to lose touch with reality. They can see or hear or believe things that aren't real or true. This is called psychosis, a mental state characterized by a distorted perception of reality such as schizophrenia. How psychological disorders can be treated. Prevention and treatment activities for psychological disorders include youth groups and clubs, which help to increase community bonds and support with parenting classes and education to prevent substance abuse, which is a key risk factor for a number of mental health disorders. Risks and proactive factors are often used as framework for addressing issues that impact prevention and early prevention of mental illness. Risk factors are harmful and impede recovery, while proactive factors are helpful and support recovery. And these are my references. I used 3. Hope you enjoyed and have a great day.